KSI and Jake Paul, two massive YouTubers who turned into boxers without any experience, have been firing off on each other at every chance they get, with KSI having just watched his brother get dismantled and having been caught squabbling with Logan Paul, Jake's big brother. It was only a matter of time until Jake Paul wanted to hop in the ring too, and the second he had a chance, that's exactly what happened. This is the story of KSI versus Jake Paul, the backup brawl. You'll get what that means later. But first, run that intro.
Put it on my soul, don't want no handouts, I'll do it on my own. Troubled as a teen, skipping class like they songs. I get down to my last, then I'm running in your own. Mine's blowing on my phone, trying to see where I'm at.
Okay y'all, before we get into this video, you might as well subscribe. We're trying to hit this 70k, and you're already here bro, like, you might as well. I'm doing a face reveal at 100k, and I'm sick of hiding my face, so let's try to get there as soon as possible. You can also check out my Instagram as well. And let me run a quick disclaimer so Jake doesn't try to box me as well in the comments. All information I state in this video is from YouTube videos and articles that I gathered online. Do not take what I state in this video as law. I'm literally just a dude, so obviously it will be impossible for me to know everything that's going on behind the scenes. I just try my absolute best to put all the pieces together based on what's pushed out to the public. And without further ado, let's get into this video. It all started July 7th, 2022. Basically, Jake Paul had his own boxing match, in which he was going to fight an actual pro boxer called Rahman Hassan. I apologize if I just butchered his name, I'm really bad with names. Bruh. Meanwhile, KSI also had his own event in which he was going to box a YouTuber named Alex Wasabi. However, Jake's event ended up getting cancelled because allegedly Rahman pulled out of the fight because he couldn't make the weight requirement. And soon after this, Alex Wasabi pulled out of his fight with KSI as well due to a concussion. Considering both of these two lost their opponents, Jake jumped on Twitter and called out KSI the boxer. KSI then proceeded to throw shots at Jake, saying that he already had a plan B fighter just in case someone pulled out. The two then proceeded to go back and forth on Twitter for the next couple of hours. While the two are going back and forth, Hassan gets salty and accuses Jake Paul of pulling out of his fight because he was scared and wanted to fight KSI instead. Jake, however, completely ignores Rahman and proceeds to call out KSI to a boxing match again, telling him to send a contract because he agrees to all the terms. KSI responds by saying that he already contacted another fighter just in case someone pulls a Jake Paul and pulls out of their fight. Jake gets pissed off at KSI's response and proceeds to pressure KSI to fight. He brings up how his brother Deji got obliterated, and he says that he'll pay the backup fighter's purse. I have no clue what paying someone's purse means. Someone please tell me in the comments. But the vibe I got from this was essentially Jake just really wants to box KSI. KSI gets infuriated by this disrespect, and he finally responds to Jake, calling him out on all his fights. He says that he picks whack people to fight, listing out all of his insufficient opponents, including a man fresh out of hip surgery, an elderly person, and setting up a fight with someone he knew wouldn't be able to fit the weight requirement. Later saying that all the people that he fought were unfair fights, and that it's not going to work on KSI. KSI then doubles down on how Jake is untrustworthy, giving Tommy, Rahman, and Wasabi as examples. He then accuses Jake of lying to his fans about all the money he makes and how lit he is, saying that Jake doesn't really pull big numbers. KSI then goes even further by saying that the industry knows that Jake isn't all that. He says that his stock is down and he has no pull. And he later goes in by saying that he expected Jake to do some bull stuff like this. KSI also claims that Jake is risky because he could do something that will cause the entire event to be cancelled, later accusing Jake of draining Rahman so that there would be no energy left in him by the time that he fought Jake. Jake then retaliates by wilding out on his Twitter. He rants about how KSI was ducking the smoke because Jake had agreed to cut weight, fight on short notice, fly to London, and even fight for free. However, despite this, KSI still declined. He claims that this makes it seem that KSI is scared to fight Jake, and he'd rather just stay in his car and do nothing about anything.
Alright, so this is the final summary of what just happened between KSI and I. Basically, my opponent pulled out because he couldn't make weight. He didn't want to make weight. And then Alex Wasabi, KSI's opponent, got a concussion, so Alex had to pull out, leaving us both without a fight. Now this puts KSI into a corner. If he doesn't accept the fight with me, we all just know that he's scared. I immediately step up to the plate to fight KSI, even though I've been raging for the past 6 days. I agreed to all of his terms, 180 pounds, fighting him in London, and then I even said I would fight him for free. You could be the A side. What's your excuse? Do you accept? But KSI still ducked me, and this is officially the biggest duck of all time. I mean, think about it. KSI could make $50 to $100 million by fighting me. I said I would fight for free. Now he's throwing out smoke screens, trying to convince people for some other reason that he's not taking this fight. Oh, we could do it bigger. We could do it at Wembley Stadium. We could do it. Shut up, man. You're scared to fight me. This is your opportunity to cut me down 20 pounds over the next 20 days and to make all of the money from the event. KSI, fighting me right now would have been your best chance. I have to cut all of this weight. I'm not in camp right now. My team is nowhere around me. We would have to reassemble, fly to the UK with the time difference, fight in front of all of your fans. You said you had the mindset. You said that you're going to win no matter what.
I've got the mindset of no one can beat me. No one can beat me.
You think you can beat Jake right now? You think you can beat Jake?
Yes. So I think he should fight on my card. I think he should fight in the UK. I think he should fight at my weight. I think all these things. And do you think Jake's gonna be like, yeah, sure, great, yes, sir, KSI?
I'm willing to be B-side. I'm willing to go to London. I'm willing to weigh 180 pounds, yet you still don't want to make this fight happen because of short notice. Well, guess what? The fight that you're about to do right now is on short notice. Whatever opponent you're gonna announce, no one's gonna give a fuck about them. So your fight is going to be a short notice fight regardless. The bottom line is you're scared, and now you're trying to confuse everyone as to why this happened or why you shouldn't do it. We're not buying it. You officially just became the biggest bitch of all time. KSI just tweeted hating on me for taking a fight against Tyron Woodley on 3 weeks notice, basically saying he's an old UFC guy trying to discredit my opponent. But KSI, I guarantee you would never fight Tyron Woodley, and he's ready to step in to fight you on 3 weeks notice. So if he's just some old UFC guy that you're trying to discredit, why not fight him instead of this no-name opponent you're about to throw in? Because Tyron Woodley's a much bigger name, but you won't do it.
Think you can beat Jake?
Yes.
KSI, just admit that you're buying time. Admit that you're not ready to fight me yet. That's what we want to hear. We know your ego is in the way of that. You're acting all tough. You're saying all of these things over the internet, tweeting a million times to try to cover your tracks. And even your fans see it because under your tweets, the top comment from your fans is just, take the fight, bro. So just admit it. What? You can't do that? We're not mad at you, but we know what's going on here, and the bottom line is you don't want to fight.
Jake then finishes his rant by calling KSI a female dog. And this leaves us to where we are now. At the time that I'm recording this video, no one has any clue how this situation is going to play out. Many people speculate that they don't even have beef, and they're just using the situation to instigate the fight for more profit. However, other people think that this beef is real and that they're never going to see each other in person. It's going to be hilarious how the situation plays out. I honestly think that they might as well box. Cause I mean, it would probably break the internet, but it's up to them at the end of the day. But that's just what I think. Let me know what you guys think about the situation in the comment section down below. Do you side with KSI or do you side with Jake? Do you think they should box it out or do you think they should just let it go? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video and enjoy documentary content, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Again, you might as well. Like, I don't know why you haven't subscribed. Come on, bro. You just watched this whole video, you're not gonna subscribe? Come on, bro. Let's hit the 70K. Also, be sure to check out my Instagram page as well. This has been another episode of DACA. I hope you guys enjoyed. And without further ado, I'm out. Peace.
Hey, my mama blew $100,000 in the 80s. Went back broke by the time that she had a baby. Tried to teach me lessons on how to get money and save it, but I ain't listen. I had to show up in the latest 10th grade, getting every Jordan release like they was Payless. Now I'm grown, so it's foreign cars and diamonds to make them statements.